How many times do you think the people at DreamWorks heard that stupid line of teamwork makes the dream work and hated it?
Yes.
Gado is gone.
Every day, team meeting.
What do you mean, gone?
Remember, people.
That's a motivational poster on every wall there.
Every cubicle is mandated to have that.
A surprise attack to set everyone free.
But she betrayed us.
It's nice to see that that upon reuniting with Sharla, the first thing Atharan tells her is, "Oh, by the way, your husband's dead."
Gado was
we kind of fucked up.
Like, we fucked up super hard. I personally got him killed.
He's at least blunt about it. Doesn't beat around the bush.
But he is alive. I can feel it. We may not be joined by blood, but he's like a son to me. I'd know if he were dead.
Oh.
Unlike you, his wife.
Some of the people in Colony 9 got eaten.
Reyn!
Reyn goes into timeout.
I forget I said that.
They don't kill Homs right away. If that bronze-faced one took him, we still have some time left.
Are you sure?
Boy, that blade was once Dunban's. I'm not sure why you have it, but we're going to need its full power.
You know, maybe if
You
Shulk
can count on me.
walked over to a corner and touched a weapon, he might get like a vision
where they take all the
or
Homs
something.
they kidnap. If Juju's alive, that's where he'll be. Gather your things, we're moving out.
He just needed Atharan to start walking away.
Juju! Gado! This is for you!
That doesn't seem particularly effective, Atharan.
What? What?
You say something, Shulk?
No. It's nothing. Forget it.
I want to watch the old man die. Anyways, your dead husband's gun? No, you don't want to pick that up? Alright. Guess we will.
So,
Well, I mean,
there's a heart to heart here if you want to pick that up.
So, yeah, see, we could talk about her dead husband, but unfortunately she doesn't like us enough yet, so she doesn't want to.
I don't even know if it's possible to, like, have that much infinity at this point.
I seriously doubt it.
Yeah, I do too. It would make her happy, but you know what? I need to go put this in my book first.
I'm just imagining Shulk getting this vision and seeing like, this will make some poor little girl happy. Fuck that!
I keep imagining that he just shoves it into a book. Just like squishes it in the pages.
Hurry it up, slow coach.
I'm pretty sure that is literally what happens.
I like how Reyn has to say slow coach because Slowpoke is a trademark name in the UK.
For you!
What can it mean?
I mean,
I'm pretty
you
sure
saw him
that's
fall.
not very ambiguous there, Shulk.
Is Juju already dead?
Oh no, he's just trying to figure out
Or is
the
he
whole
going to be
context.
Is that why Atharan...
Like I'm sure he knows exactly what Otharan's planning.
But then,
I've seen Shulk think.
if we keep moving, is Atharan really going to die?
No! What's wrong, Shulk?
This battle is for my people. If you can't handle it, drop that weapon and head home.
That's not it. It's just that...
Out with it!
Listen. maybe we shouldn't just rush in head first.
What?
We got this far.
It worked so well the first time, Otheron says to the group.
You insolent! We don't have that kind of time! You don't know a damn thing about these machines.
Oh man, way to make
I
assumptions.
have observed their movements. I've planned this attack for a month. I know full well what's going to happen to my brothers and sisters.
It's just...
We're going! Fall in, medic!
Sir, what's got into you?
A vision again. Don't tell me another death.
Yeah.
I knew it. The Shulk I know doesn't just chicken out for any old reason.
This vision, was it like before?
Kind of. I saw an underground ether river. And a Tharon.
Huh. An ether river. You know what? That sword lets you see the future. All that power, and you still keep getting it wrong.
Better to use my brain than my fists.
Shulk, I may rush in head first, but at least my head's useful for something.
Okay, I get the idea.
I ain't done yet. You're useless on your own, Shulk. That's why we're here.
Wow.
Reyn,
Next
You know,
time
with
round,
friends like
tell
these,
us. We bear the burden together as a team.
He's coming from a good place at least.
You have a vision you don't like, we'll change the future together.
Thanks, Ryan Gamgee. You're my best friend.
What was that? Say it like
We
you
must
mean
cross the mines of
I got it,
Moria.
all right? Next time I'll tell you.
He's right, Shulk. You two saved Juju once before. I know we can do it again. I believe in you.
Thanks.
Medic.
They're right. We'll change what happens.
Why do you guys say Otheron's cool when he, like, can't even he can't even address the person, like, Charlotte by her name? I got your husband killed. My bad. But, like, I can get one oopsie, right? Anyways,
It's probably a rank. I think it's a rank thing. I don't know. But yeah, I really appreciate that this game basically just dropped Shulk's indecisiveness about visions really fast.
Yeah, that would have been kind of annoying to go through the entire game with that.
Yeah, I think Ryan agrees with you there, Jabbo.
So, how much time do you think you've cut out that is just you going into expert mode and changing your levels? Hours, I'm willing to bet.
I would also reasonably estimate at least a couple hours of time, or is just me in the extras mode, sorry, the expert mode menu.
but you see, you gotta make sure you're leveled just right.
I mean, all I can say really is that while it seems like a strange decision to have it, I do like the fact that you can change every party member individually.
Yeah, well, listen, this system is actually backported from Xenoblade 2, where it made a lot more sense.
Alright, well, I can't wait for the Xenoblade 2 LP.
This isn't going well. It's coming to me.
Get on it, Chaos.
Let's get through this game first.
Sorry.
Nothing's gonna stop me!
But yeah, having the system backported to Xenoblade 1 is very much appreciated, so this game isn't just a cakewalk if you do side quests.
Here we go! Backslash!
But yeah, there's another unique monster over here, Dark Kissling, just guarding the this huge red ether deposit.
I haven't checked the Collectopedia on this entry yet, but I'm pretty sure that Dark Kissling is actually Norwegian.
Hmm.
One down! There's a line for you, pal.
Also, I don't know why those Crabbles didn't aggro in that fight, but whatever.
Hey, glad we killed that unique monster so we could get 3 small ether crystals.
Hey now, they're large crystals.
Look, I'm glad that Charlotte got stuck.
She'll be
yeah,
fine.
Just gonna ignore her.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think hearing your party members jumping is a quote-unquote change for Definitive Edition, because I don't remember hearing them jumping so much on 3DS. Like, it's fine most of the time, but it gets really weird when they're stuck behind geometry like that.
It's the Elder Scrolls effect.
It's too bad no one else has quite the same jump sounds as Fiora.
I thought you were gonna say Duke Nukem for a second. Or Quake.
Well, I don't think we're at that level either. Here is Vengeful Dalton. I think he's probably the easiest of the 3 unique monsters we've seen so far in the Ether Binds. But that's mostly because he doesn't... You can fight him just by himself right here.
Let's go! We can definitely do this! Come on! Beat it! I'm powering up! Take this! Let's do this!
So, Vengeful Dalton is a fish? In a mine?
I forget exactly what enemy type he's a stronger version of. It might be the Oopas, which are like
I think he's
lizard
I think he's a giant ant.
It's just weird because
Maybe
it
a
said
lizard?
like it said like anglerfish hit.
I don't know. The monsters in this game are pretty out there sometimes.
Fair.
Just wait until you see the dinosaurs on fire.
I mean, that just sounds like a band name.
I mean, who's to say there isn't a band called that?
Well, I would know because their hit LP would obviously be called Extinction.
I admire your dedication, Argate, to getting all of the ice crystals that you are never going to use.
Yeah, well, you know. So, it may look like I'm taking a bit of a detour, but you may actually want to go this way first, because if you go follow the yellow dotted road, you will come across a locked door, and you're gonna end up going down this way to unlock it.
You know, after seeing the Collectopedia quite a bit, I'm still not sure if it's better or worse than the Final Fantasy Tactics version.
Honestly, I haven't played Final Fantasy Tactics, so I can't speak for that. I just wish the Xenoblade Collectopedia just gave you the entry for picking up the object, and not having to, like, stuff it in a book.
Yeah, it seems weird.
We're here. The central pit.
Like,
you can bet your ass.
Does it
Sorry,
even
you first.
consume it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so I
And
mean,
I don't see anyone.
and you can bet your ass this game's gonna ask you to find multiples of rare items.
We'll take
well,
that
look,
lift.
can't be any worse. Final Fantasy Tactics
I'm ready to
Advance
mash
2
some mech on.
had
Yeah. Juju?
one of those like Pokemon things
Just hold
where the version, if you picked a version, you couldn't get the other one.
Yeah, speaking of Atharon, where is Atharon? Like, how did he get this far ahead of us?
He knows the mines better than we do.
Look, have you not seen him try to jump down places before? Guy's unreal.
I'm sure Otharon knows a couple of shortcuts that he's not telling us about because he's still really mad that Shulk wanted to take a different approach.
Look, when he said pack your things, he meant his parachute. Dude's dropping in like a battle royale.
And there was only one, I assume.
I mean, of course. Otheron has proved to be quite selfish.
Taking Where We Dropping Boys to a new extreme.
Look, he had an ether rifle ready. He knows all the right drop locations.
So as we get
into
closer
the red
to
zone.
So as we go through the central pit, we're gonna start fighting Mechon again.
Oh no. Not Colony 6.
We'll touch on that much later.
God, spoilers.
I mean, is it really a spoiler when the game just outright said, we could use this to rebuild Colony 6?
Yeah, I don't
maybe there was
really-
going to be another cataclysmic event that destroyed colonies.
I mean, maybe. So here's a fun navigation gimmick. The central tower thing has huge blades that slowly rotate around and limit how fast you can go. Granted, if you can time it right, you can use that thing to like shove Mechon off the tower entirely, which is always kind of funny. But that's the only positive thing I can think about of that this thing has.
We make a great team.
Like the ether mines are slow enough as is, and making it go slower just.
That's not fair.
Now I know you're not suggesting that Xenoblade dungeon design is, we're gonna say, questionable at best.
Subpar.
I'm not suggesting that. I am going to outright say it.
They put the sub in subterranean.
Hey, that's not true. Xenoblade and 2 have plenty of terrible dungeons that take place above ground.
This is true. A huge part of the back half of the game is an above ground dungeon.
Good thing I'm here. No?
I'm pretty sure we call those mazes.
I don't know if I'd call it a maze. I don't think I really got lost there.
Yeah, areas like this are places where I think Xenoblade kind of goes for like almost like a big for big's sake, and it's a lot less impactful than something like Guar Plains.
Yeah.
Like, this just feels like it's massive because they could, and, you know, nobody wants... Like, the end result is just that it's tedious.
And it doesn't really help that we are dealing with the Mechon. This is the point where I decided I don't actually want to deal with fighting the Mechon, so fuck it, I'm going to max out my level.
See,
I think
now
if
if
you're
you
like
were
6
playing...
levels above aggro range, they just stop giving a shit about you.
Yeah, that's a solid plan. See, if this was Xenoblade 2, you could have just literally pressed the button that says, do not aggro enemies.
Did they add that in an update?
It's part of the DLC, but yeah,
okay.
It's one of the quality of life things. If you got the DLC, one of the things they add is literally just a do not aggro enemies button.
Okay, because I don't know that I really picked up the game since I beat it, and I beat that game before all the quality of life patches came out. So,
Yeah,
I think
that's
I
fair.
missed out on a lot of things to make the game just play a lot nicer.
Yeah, Xenoblade 2 was really rough at launch.
If I remember right, they patched the menus like almost immediately after launch because the original menus were kind of a disaster.
They still are a disaster, they're just less of one.
Yeah, I don't think they're as bad as the Wii version of this game's menus, but yeah.
See, I'm just gonna assume that the evil Mechon, who's very British and very fun to hang out with, just like knows and doesn't want to belabor the point, so he just wants to fight you sooner. So he's told like all his buddies, like, don't worry about it.
6 speedrun strats, bro.
I was so tired of this area and I just wanted to be done.
So that's what the crystals are for.
I would have been really sad if that were that height was enough to kill me.
For the record, Artix, we were talking about the fall damage crystals in the last video.
Yeah, I don't remember why I brought it up, but I
Because we're
think
on
those
the
are
side of the cliff, the pathways.
Oh yeah,
And
you're
there's
right.
that giant elevator, and I was like, and Crow's like, can you jump it?
Yes, that's right, actually. Yeah. I am of the opinion that the fall damage crystals are like the second most useless crystals or gems in the game.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody who didn't play Xenoblade X. where you could jump like 50 feet in the air and just land completely indiscriminately.
Oh yeah, that game didn't have fall damage, didn't it?
No, it didn't, and it owned. Just climbing to the top of giant rock formations and jumping down entire mountains at once.
Just doing the Superman, the superhero pose every time you land.
I think so.
Sick.
X might be my least favorite of the three, but I will give it that. Its exploration is probably the best out of the whole series.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I didn't like it that much either, but it is far and away the most fun to actually just play.
I don't know that the game has enough substance to really make me want to sit through the game again, but it was fun the first time.
If you want to watch Chaos suffer through Xenoblade X, please like, subscribe, donate to his Patreon, follow him on Twitch, tweet at him.
Yeah, let's make this a very far off stretch goal.
Direct message him on the forums. Bug me on Discord so I can bug him.
Like, I don't know if we've mentioned this as only, but for the record, I actually did at one point start attempting a Xenoblade 2 LP, but there were a couple points I just reached the point where we just could not make it interesting, so I shelved it.
See, that's where I shine.
I wouldn't say no to coming back to that idea, but
yeah, maybe a long time down the road when I'm like, yeah, I could go for another 100-hour JRPG project.
Look, the trick is making Chaos do it. Then it doesn't feel so bad.
yeah, I kind of just end up wanting to play the game and just capturing footage as I go.
Oh my god, this area isn't tedious.
Yeah, so here's the next fun movement gimmick. We have to ride the blades now. Also, your momentum gets kind of weird on these things, like...
It's the air, it's the rushing air, you were sucked into the blades, proportional movement area, cold wind, air rising stuff.
I feel like you've put more thought into it than Monolith has. So yeah, you gotta ride the blades to each quadrant of this thing. And
then
every quadrant you gotta fight Mechon.
But do you have to, since you're over leveled?
I mean, technically no, you don't have to. But if you want the ether crystals behind this crane arm, yeah, you gotta.
Oh, okay. I was
Well,
really hoping
and where
that
would we
it's-
be if we didn't get every single ether crystal in this mine?
See, I was just hoping that it was going to be one of those, like, oh, it's story progression, but if you're at high enough level, you can just walk past it.
I mean, you actually can. Like I said, we don't have to do this. This is just
Yeah.
Argate demanding that he gets every single useless collectible.
Yeah.
Look, man, you watched me blow on like every dandelion and DKCR. Are you really surprised?
Let's keep on going like this, guys.
At least there was an actual point to blowing on the dandelions.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think ether crystals are really worth it until you can start making like rank 3 or 4 ones. And at this point, I think at best you get rank 2.
And you just know there's some robot that's hanging out in the control room, sees you progress, and it's just like, ha, loser. Gonna make you waste some time.
Now see, one robot didn't get him last time, but 2 robots.
That'll get him for sure.
Look, it's twice as hard. It's crazy.
Anyway, you actually do have to fight those 2 to progress because they're blocking the way.
Yeah.
And for the love of God, do not go on the blades until you do this. Because then you're gonna, if you do, you're gonna have to go make a full circuit around because the last quadrant is the exit to the dungeon. I am almost 100% certain I did this when I played the Wii version, and then when I played the 3DS version. I don't know how, but I remembered not to do it this time. But yeah, this is basically the end of the Ether Mines, so next time, we're gonna face off against that, Mechon again.
Cowards, let us slide down.
Would that count as fall damage, though?
I mean, it shouldn't. If Half-Life has taught me anything anyways.